Hi, hello! It is time for a new maze in Dragon City. As usual, we have a short maze, this time with the brand new Alakazam Dragon inside. The thing is, you may not even need to go for Alakazam to get this dragon, because you may have already gotten him from the scale chests that are currently out. But you know, he's a cool looking dragon. He's got magic and chaos and time elements, which is pretty cool. But this is Scaly Maze, and we will go through things that you should focus on in this event depending on what your focus is. And essentially with Alakazam, for his path, it is going to be a very expensive path, and because this is a short maze event, typically these new reward dragons are not obtainable free to play. Sometimes they're obtainable if you have like the elite pass, but even then you have to probably get some ads in. But for Mr. Alakazam alone, he's actually going to cost over 10,000 currency. He's 10,830 currency total, as you can see here on both Deetlist and Ditlep. So in order to get Alakazam, you have to get the keys for all the other key paths and then finish off his path. But the thing to note with the Alakazam and key paths in general is that there will be the highest amount of scale chests by going through the regular keys path. And, you know, there's tons of people at the moment that are just really looking to finish off this scale collection or get as many of these scales as they possibly can. I think the main focus for a lot of people is this Phoenix perk one. And, you know, legendary jokers, heroic jokers are always nice. So a few people are probably just going to go for the keys path purely for the scale chests. And what you can do with these scale chests is you can actually go through the regular keys path, and then after you're up to a certain point in the keys path, you can actually get cheaper chests by going through the Gothiquette and also going through the other dragon here, the Potion Apprentice path, because you'll see that there is a scale chest pretty early on both of these paths, as in you see the green one here, there's a scale chest here, and then for Gothiquette there is another chest up here on the black path. And so if you want to know exactly where those first chests are, which are going to be the cheapest ones to get additionally to the keys path, Gothiquette's, for example, shows us that the scale chest is at 1,260 currency, and then Potion Apprentices is at 1,085. So Potion Apprentices is slightly cheaper to get, but then we do have other scale chests further down, but that's at 3,800, 4,700, scale chest 6,900. So there are 4 scale chests on the Potion Apprentice path. Gothiquette, there are 3, I believe, 1, 2, 3 scale chests, and then of course the dragon herself. Now, grand total out of this event, you'll be able to get 7,200 maze coins from resets alone. Then we do have ads as well. So Gothiquette should be easily doable. Potion Apprentice is probably doable if you watch the ads, but it's going to depend on what your drops are. So those two are potentially doable. Gothiquette certainly so. Alakazam, however, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for most of us, to be honest, going for Alakazam. But again, he is available out of those scale chests potentially, so hope for some good drops out of the scale chests, and maybe you won't even have to really look at his path whatsoever. So overall, I would say in this event, if your main focus is the scale chest, you'll want to be going through the keys paths, and then once you get to Alakazam path, for example, there is a really cheap scale chest on his early path bit. But then it's going to be another 4,000 currency. So rather than going for the second scale chest on his path, you may just want to swap over to the Potion Apprentice and Gothiquette paths to get more chests out of it, essentially, for the value. So that's what you can do. Of course, I would say save up your currency and see how much you can afford, and then make your decisions based off of that. That's normally the best thing to do for maze events. But the scale chests are going to give you decent things. The dragons themselves, I will say that if you're like, oh, well, if I go for Gothiquette, at least it's a time-limited dragon, and Potion Apprentice, at least he's a time-limited dragon as well. The thing is, if we actually look these dragons up in the codex, like Gothiquette, for example, you'll see that we can actually get orbs for these dragons out of Dragon Rescue. So that makes you think, why are they not showing us that we can get them out of rescue on their main description page. I don't know. But these dragons are not actually that exclusive because you can rescue them right now. So if you were going to go down their paths because these dragons were, you know, hard to get or exclusives or something, you can actually just rescue them. So if you were, you know, worried about missing out on some really cool exclusive dragons, you don't have to. You can just rescue them if you can do legendary rescues, of course, and if you have enough keys. So, overall, considering that these dragons are available in rescue, and it's the same case for the other maze dragons as well, I would say the best path for most players is going to end up being the basic path. So, you know, we open up Earth Day, we go down Earth Day's path, not pass, we go down his path, we get the scale chest, and I think that's probably going to be the best path for most players to go down, to be honest with you, which is the reason why I'm going down here. Also, I do not have Earth Day and I do not have Rem. And even though they can also be obtained in Dragon Rescue, I think what I'm gonna... Oh my god, I've got to watch the double rewards. I'm so sorry. So, as I was saying, I think what my plan is going to be to see if I can finish off this collection. If I do manage to finish off the collection pretty soon, then I will just finish off the dragons themselves because, you know, even though I can rescue them, I'm going to save myself some keys, and plus I got a collection done at the same time. So it's a win-win, really. But yeah, that is my general plan, to get as many scale chests out of this, get that collection done, and then just unlock any dragons on the way that are possible. So yeah, that is my general plan. Maybe you'll do the same thing as me. Maybe you just really want to go for Alakazam, want to test your luck on those ads. Well, be my guest, be my guest. There is a scale chest actually after one of the keys, by the way. Oh, crystallized scale. Okay, let's get to this key and then I'm going to check out how many heroic orbs we get out of that blue scale. Which, you know, blue scales are the main thing that I want, really, even though it's not going to help us with a collection. I mainly want the blue ones because, you know, we want heroic jokers, and not jokers, but we want heroic dragon orbs. So yeah, let's open this up. Biggie! 1 times 1. Hey, you know what? At least we get the heroic essence, which is one trade's worth. That's fine. Could have been worse. Could have been much worse. Alakazam, I don't actually need any more orbs for Alakazam because I'm actually already summoning him. We finished him off a couple of days ago, actually, so, you know, any of these don't really matter. The heroic and legendary trading essence, however, is very nice. So now you'll see that we are 2 away from getting this collection finished, and then another 3 and we'll get damage perk and the health perk. So we've got a good shot of finishing off this collection, especially since the amber ones are of course the easiest to get because, you know, 15 of them. Obviously they've got the highest drop rate out of all of these. But yes, we have Mr. Alakazam already being summoned, and you'll see that I've nearly got another 100 orbs for him anyway. So basically it's a free E1 for this dragon. I would say that if you manage to get really lucky drops with Alakazam and you are a new player, like maybe you've got like level 20 dragons or something, I actually think it's a really good idea for you to summon this dragon and use it for a little while. At least, you know, you can take him to level 40, maybe even 45, because he's got a nice selection of elements, a unique set, which until you get a good VIP or something, or a vampire from a summoning happy hour, you know, Alakazam will probably do you quite good. So, just take that with a grain of salt. Depends on your situation and which dragons you have available. But if Alakazam is one of your first legendaries, definitely get your hands on him. Just because then you can use him until you get your roost upgraded and then until you get more empowerment on your dragons. So yeah, I would say that that is going to be my general advice relating to that. So now that we've got that first key, I could finish off Earth Day immediately, but let's try and get these chests done first. Let's try and get our scaly chests collected. You know, I know it's very, very tempting. And, you know, we could have ended up getting a scaly chest with amber scales out of both arena, and there is one in the ad chests as well. So maybe us going down the maze route wasn't necessary, and this is going to be a little bit of a waste of time. But while there's the possibility of us getting tons of heroic orbs out of this, I think opening the scaly chest isn't too bad. But of course, if you want to go for a specific legendary out of this event and you've only got like a couple more scales to get, maybe try your hand at getting the scales from the other means first before you waste any on the maze, for instance. But yeah, we're going to keep going through here. We're going to try and get Rem and Earth Day at the very least. Of course, we've run out of currency just because we haven't collected very much. Actually, it's new reset. Let's collect more currency. Do we not have any level 1 dragons? I tell you what, let's finish off our 2 league battles here, get some points, and then we can, you know, get some more stuff going, get some more maze stuff unlocked. And, you know, since it's league battles, it's easy peasy. We just open up the battle, we click autoplay, and we don't even think. See, this is what a point that you can get to actually pretty decently quickly, especially these days with heroics that are pretty easy to empower from the heroic races. All that you have to do is just sit there and watch as your expectant ethot destroys the opposition. And that's it. You know, it was an unreal thought to think back when I had like level 35, 40 dragons that eventually league battles would be this easy. But they seriously do get incredibly easy. The only time where I am at risk of failing a league battle is if we're against like 3 High Master Karmas and they block like 20 times. And maybe one of my dragons is a dragon that I'm just trying to rank up, so I'm not paying attention. Yeah, though, I have failed these once in recent memory, which was recorded, so people got to laugh at me for failing. It's mainly because, again, it was on autoplay, wasn't paying attention. It was my fault. I understand. It was 100% on me. But we're nearly at the point where heroic race, we have this dragon guaranteed. So, yeah, this is going to be another successful heroic race. I have not failed one so far. Despite how busy I was during High Destiny, we had the lucky bonus of having no cooldowns last time, which was super nice, of course. This time, however, regular heroic race, but we're gonna finish this with probably about 3.5 days left, depends on what we get in our booster spin. But I'm not gonna use the booster spin until we've collected our food, of course, because that would be a wasted booster spin. You weren't aware, you always want to use your booster spin when the only item available left to collect is the one that has the longest timer. So in this case, we'd want to collect all of the food first, get it out to 29 out of 29, and then use booster spin, which when there's 12 battles to do, you could end up skipping 12 hours of waiting, which is a lot, is a significant amount of time to skip. But anyway, let us try to find a lowish level dragon. You know what, level 21's fine. Let's level up Bomber. I just want to get the currency. I want to get it spent. I want to open up another chest potentially. And yeah, basically I'm just being needy. I'm being very, very needy is what I'm being. I just want more things opened, more things unlocked. Key chests, they're always useful, especially if we end up rescuing Gothiquette and Potion Master from Dragon Rescue. Are we going to be just short? Oh no, we're 5. We are 5 in. Nice. This is gonna be amber? Amber or blue? Amber or blue? Please don't be purple. Nice. Okay, then we're 1 away. So, realistically speaking, that means that now maybe we'll get that 1 extra one from the ads because I haven't watched them yet. So I will watch my ads. We will see what we get out of the ads later, and maybe that will be a scaly journey pretty much done for me in that case. Because yeah, we do have 1 scale chest. We've got some currency, as you can see. We do also have this tasty chest, which of course majority of the time is just going to drop food, but maybe you'll get lucky and get a good dragon. But while we still have scaly chests around, I guess we will try our best with those. We've also got some new dragons hatching over here, including Angelic Eternal, of course, who will be used in our questings. And then we do have the quests for the maze event on currently as well, which you shouldn't be forgetting to do, which I almost did. But, you know, we can use these quests to level up and rank up Borb, because who doesn't want more Eternal Phoenix orbs? I'm sure I can use them for some sort of trading purpose at some stage anyway. But yes, we will have Eternal quests to do. We'll also have Heroic quests to do soon, so we're going to have more questings to do. In the meantime, we will continue to collect our currency and do well in Maze. So I guess for now, I wish you the best with all of your mazings. I wish you the best in Hollow if we haven't done it yet. I hate Hollow. I have not gotten anything past Room 5 in like the last week, which is fine. I'm not one to gamble anyway. But I guess for now, pick wisely what you want. And just be aware that all of these dragons are actually available. Don't listen to this in-game source notification. It's wrong. It doesn't show you rescue dragons anymore for whatever reason. It's wrong. Wrong. You'd have thought that they'd update something as simple as this by this point, but no, they don't. Just be aware that you can rescue them, and good luck with all of your Scaly Journey drops. I wish you the best in finishing off your wonderful collections.